Oos, it is official. DEJI has announced his fight against Alex Wasabi. We got Temper. We got DEJI. We're waiting on Gib. Let's take a look at where this all originated from. DEJI versus Alex Wasabi beef has been going on for a while. This is like OG influencer boxing beef.
Alex Wasabi. Alright, so he's broke up with his girl recently. He's recently broke up with his girl. Alright, we get that. My man's made 2 videos on it. 2 videos on the breakup. What something happened? Why we broke up? Wait, I think his girlfriend made one too. The girlfriend made one too. We broke up. That's 3 videos.
This is mint.
3 videos on a breakup.
And next time I see you, I'm knocking your pathetic, untalented out. Stay in your bro's shadow where you belong.
So as you can see, those are some pretty strong words there, some fighting words. But Alex was trying to get the fight with KSI as well. And now here we are. But I wanted to take a look and break down some of their fights and look at Alex Wasabi's training, his recent training, some of his previous fights, his sparring matches. Big crack there. Big crack. As you can see, at this point, Alex seemed like he was afraid to get hit. That was the main thing, right? Alex was not comfortable at all in the ring with real punches being thrown. He looked pretty good in the mitts. His stance was okay. He was throwing a good jab. He was actually doing well the most of the round. I think winning the round, as I recall. But Fusi just kept coming forward and throwing bombs, and Alex was turning his head, didn't want any of the action, left his chin up in the sky, and got cracked. You see, chin is up. He was uppercut into the body. As you can see here, throwing a right uppercut to the body. His left hand is low. His chin is high. Bad news, right? If you're going to throw the body, you better have your head down, level changing, all that good stuff, because you are in trouble. Then we fast forward. Alex Wasabi versus Nick Ireland, 2021. Okay, so we got 2 years. I think Alex is in the blue. Yep. Nice combination. Looks a lot more aggressive. As you can see here, a lot more aggressive, but it starts getting hit. As you can tell, turning his chin, turning away, not liking it. But progress on his strikes. He looks to be a bit stronger. Put on some weight here, but still turning away when the fire comes. Got rocked there. I think Nick, I don't really know too much about him, but I think he's pretty big. I think he's bigger in size and in weight, so a bit of an advantage there for a Nick, and he might have the height and the reach advantage, which DEJI will not. Actually, I don't know. Their height looks pretty similar. You can see here, Alex is just clinching and grabbing here. It's a 1-minute round. Dangerous thing, a lot of reaching. He's throwing punches, but he's doing a lot of reaching as well in the pocket. He's getting hit. It seems like he's closing his eyes. I'm not sure if he is, but it seems like he's closing his eyes, ducking his chin, and throwing punches and reaching. And that's how. That's a quick way to get cracked and get hurt. There we go. Better combinations. Looks like he's trying to maintain. He's doing a good job of managing the distance here. Gotta stop clinching, but oh, he got rocked there. Was it a body shot? Body shot. He was doing well, but he got hit to the body. Double cross right hand. Pretty good there. All in all, I would say there's progress there, but again, doesn't like to get hit. No one likes to get hit, but he shows it. And when you're boxing, you don't want to show that. So here's Alex's most recent video. The production on these things is amazing. I wonder if that's Noah Felder. I recently found out that Alex's roommate's with Noah Felder, who is an actor. That is him. Stuntman, actor, martial arts, just fanatic. Ooh. That was slick. Let's take a look at that again. Let's get a quick replay of that. The slick defense cover. Now we know it's choreographed, right? And he planned it. But it's good to see you working on defense, not just power punches, because that's what I'm always looking for. Defense is what makes a skilled fighter, right? Not from power. And speed, yes, and power, but defense. When you have a good defense, you are complete. Keeping his hand up. Like the chin is a little too high there. Production, 10 out of 10 again. Pretty intense. Oddly enough, I do think the fact that he has shown that he turns away from punches and is afraid to get hit in the past, I actually think that's going to be an advantage for Alex. I feel like he might have fixed that. I feel like that would be something he wants to fix going in because it's been just a glaring issue. But I feel like as an opponent, like with DEJI, I hope DEJI doesn't see it as, oh, this is going to be a weakness at Alex. I'm going to be able to go in there, hit him pretty hard, and just kind of take over and knock him out, right? And I hope that doesn't lead DEJI to underestimate Alex and think he's just going to be able to, run him over. Because when you think you can run somebody over and then you don't, then you see no way out. And that's where fatigue sets in, and that's where we've seen issues with DEJI in the past. So even though Alex have had these holes in the past, if he fixes them and DEJI is not prepared for that, that's going to be a big issue, especially with what has happened in the past with DEJI in his fights. And recent one that we saw with Vinny, goes for the kill, doesn't get it. DEJI's slipping and moving, ducking and chucking is actually pretty good here. His hooks, little Joe Frazier in him. I always thought that DEJI had a little smoking Joe in him, except if he's got to keep his chin down. His head was a little high. Got caught there. Vinny with him got a good combination. But this hand's hanging down like that has got to be something that DEJI's got to fix. Keeping his hands that low. So now this is round 2, right? He's finding a home for the left hand, but Vinny hasn't given up. He's returning with combinations. Right, so he's throwing stuff, but DEJI's landing. And when you feel like you hit someone, you think you are hurting them, but you're not getting the finish, you can get discouraged. Even though you're landing shots, you can get discouraged because you're getting tired, and you realize, okay, I'm giving this guy everything I got, and it's not working. And I got to do this for 3 more rounds. What's going to happen next? And Vinny was just able to use just straight up durability and cardio and endurance. And DEJI's leading with that left hand, which is pretty good. Oh, that's a big punch there. Oh, that's another big... So he took another big punch at the end of the round. And he's just covering there. And then he just calls it. Oddly enough, I felt like he took more damage than that. But he actually didn't take much damage there in that fight. But the will to keep fighting was clearly not there. And if you're not going to fight back intelligently or protect yourself, and you look like you don't want to be in there, the ref is going to call it, especially at this level, to protect you so you don't take unnecessary damage. So we might get a situation where, you ever seen heavyweights where they get really tired and they're just looking at each other like, can we take a break for a second? Can we just pause so we can both recover before we start fighting again, because they're both so tired or tentative. Regardless of how much cardio DEJI has, I still think with his mentality, he's going to want to end it early. So I hope he doesn't do that and he tries to fight patient. And for Alex, he's just got to make sure he boxes in the pocket safe, that he keeps his chin down, keeps his eyes open. To me, this is like the perfect matchup. I'm super excited about this. This is not something where one person should be the super favorite. I know DEJI has more fight experience. Alex seems to have the cardio. He may have the same skill set as Vinny has to win a fight like this. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comments and how they're going to win. I would like to hear you guys' predictions on who and how. The how is what I'm curious about. What you guys think. Leave a like and subscribe. Oos.